Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of From the Hill Podcast. We got our fellas in the house tonight on a very, very good Tuesday night to everybody. Hope everybody is well out there. Gentlemen, we good?
Yes, sir. Everything is good on my end.
So far, can't complain.
That's right, man. Hey.
Or do me no good anyway.
Hey, man. You know, man, this is one of my favorite weeks of the year. Getting ready to head down to Birmingham to do the SWAC Indoor Championship for this is the third time I'm officiating in it, so I'm looking forward to that.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I had a really good time last year. I'm looking forward to getting down there, man, chopping it up with some of the coaches, some of my fellow officials, and also see the Commissioner Dr. McClellan. He'll be in the house, man, so it'll be cool. All that good stuff. But yeah, across the bottom of the screen, everybody, we got all of our updates for our sports that are going on. So we start with basketball. So our men, they got a victory last night over UAPB.
Yes,
so they're sitting there in a nice tight log jam there for second place with like four other teams at 8-5 in league play.
This was lick back weekend for the Bulldogs. We
Right.
had two lick backs to get, UAPB and Valley. So hats off to the players and hats off to coaches.
Yeah. So now the women, they're still in first. And like I said, the men, they're sitting there tied for second now. And they get ready to head to Florida. So they got a doubleheader. Note that across the bottom of the screen, doubleheader in Florida Thursday night, FAMU. Normally you see just the women play on Thursday, but it's a doubleheader. Men and women are playing on Thursday night in FAMU.
That's new to me, so we got a doubleheader on Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday and Saturday.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
So Thursday in
football,
Tallahassee. And Saturday there in Daytona to take on Bethune-Cookman. So
Okay.
yeah, busy trip down there in
busy.
Florida.
And if there's Bulldogs in those areas, I make sure y'all go out there and support the team. They'll be more than happy to see some Bulldogs in those stands.
Absolutely. And then you can, of course, you can see softball. They got a victory today in their home opener over Western Illinois, 11-10. Yeah. So they're going to run it back against Western Illinois tomorrow at noon. So if you're in the area, hey, stop on by the field, man. See them in their second home game of the season before they hit Montgomery over the weekend to play another tournament against a loaded field of HBCU teams. And then baseball, they're back in the action as they hit the road and go to New Orleans this weekend. So loaded calendar.
Yeah, I looked at that softball classic going on in Montgomery. The ladies play a 9 o'clock and a 6 o'clock on Friday, and a 9 o'clock and a 6 o'clock on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Loaded.
I'm just still amazed at how many games baseball and softball play. It still blows my mind. Like, y'all don't be tired.
Major League Baseball, man, they play 162 games, and they could play like 10, 11, 12, 13 days in a row. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a gauntlet, man, but you know what it is. So, hey, let's go ahead and let's get on into the business tonight. We're joined by a good host of folks. So, we'll bring them in here one at a time. First and foremost, I want to bring in back for now the fourth time on From the Hill podcast. let's bring in first our head coach of track team, Coach Andrew Murphy. Murph, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on, great fellows? And hope you enjoy the great weather. How's it up there, Wayne?
It was actually 58 degrees today.
72, baby. Come on down.
Hey, I'll be there Friday afternoon.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you all for the amazing job of you all. This amazing platform, sharing the good news about Alabama A&M as well as our athletic programs. Thank you again for having me.
Absolutely.
And put the word on notice about what's going on the Hill.
Yeah. So next we'll bring our second time on From the Hill podcast. Layla Gaynor, welcome back.
Hi, thank you guys for having me again.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
And Layla, you're a senior coming from Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So welcome back. And then also we'll welcome another lady. This is her first time on. She hails from Medellin, Colombia. Laura Avila. How are you, Laura? That's right. Take yourself off mute. There you go. Oh, you had it. Let's take yourself off mute, Laura.
I don't think she can hear you. Blink twice if you can hear Wayne. Yeah,
can you hear us, Laura? Yeah, she's blinking. I don't know.
I think those are natural blinks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if she can get her camera and get all that together. And then I see the fellas, they're backstage. I see Olivier, but his devices are not connected. So he needs to go out and come back in. So Olivier, if you hear us, you got to come back out and then you got to come back in. And then Juan is on, but I don't see Juan, his camera on. Oh, there's Olivier. Olivier, what's up, my brother? We got you.
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing well.
All right. So when Laura says she can't hear us, she put it in the group that she can't hear what we're saying. So okay. I'll let her know what to do on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to type it.
All right. So you'll let her know what to do. Mm-hmm. All right. So Olivier, he's a sophomore from Conyers, Georgia.
Yes.
Jump specialist. We'll get into that in a second. And then we'll bring up Juan Osorio. He also is from Colombia. Juan, if we can hear you, take yourself off. Nope. He's not there. All right. Let's see. Laura's back. So we'll see if we can get Laura back.
I'm glad we don't have a T in our name, technical.
Right. All right, Laura, say something so we can hear you. She still can't hear us.
We can hear.
All right. So T, go ahead and work with Laura. We'll put her backstage.
Okay.
All right. Juan is on. Hey Juan, what's going on, my brother?
How you doing? Everything good?
Doing well.
Hey Juan.
Distance runner from Colombia.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
All right. So we're working with Laura to get her audio together. But before we get a little bit further into the show here, let's start off. Layla, reintroduce yourself to the folks who may not know who you are.
So hi, everyone. My name is Layla Gaynor. I am from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm majoring in psychology, and I'm a senior. And on the A&M track and field team, I do the 200, the 400, and the 4x4.
All right. Olivier, introduce yourself, brother.
My name is Olivier Jean. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a sophomore biology major here at Alabama A&M, and I am a jump specialist. I do long jump and triple jump, and I'm pretty good at
it. All right. Juan, introduce yourself to the folks, my brother. Got to take yourself off mute first.
Well, my name is Juan Osorio. I'm also a distance athlete around mid-distance events, running for Colombia. I'm a senior accounting major. I'm doing minor in computer science. So happy to be here on the Hill.
Awesome. All right, Laura, do we have you now?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Introduce yourself, Laura.
Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Avila. I'm also from Colombia. Right now, I'm a junior doing finance major, and I run cross country and distance for track.
Awesome. Now, before we get into the proceedings tonight, I've got something for all of our folks out there, because as a former Bulldog track and field athlete myself, and also a current official, we need to bring some folks up to date about what track and field is, because a lot of folks tend to only really pay attention to this sport when it's the Olympics. So here's a few things just so folks can know. All right, let's start with indoor track. All right, now indoor track, we're getting ready to have the SWAC Indoor Track Championship this weekend down there in Birmingham. What you can see in the background, you can see the Birmingham Crossplex. Very, very fine facility. I'm actually going there twice this year. Happy to go there. All right, most indoor tracks, they're 200 meters. All right, Birmingham Crossplex is also 200 meters. And there's banking in the curves. Now, I'll show you what the banking looks like in a second. But meets that host major championships all have banking in the curves. You've got tracks all over the place that are flat 200-meter tracks. And there's also some tracks out there, including one that I'm working a conference meet here in Ohio next week. That's 300 meters. All right. There's 6 lanes on the oval and 8 lanes in the sprint lanes. And the sprint lanes are in the middle there. All right. Now, I talked about banking in the curves. Now, you all that have been to the Crossplex just like me, including Layla, who runs at 400 and at 200, you know these bankings very, very well. And you see, it is almost, you're going uphill, and when you get into the straightaway, you're going downhill, and then you get back uphill again. And I can tell you, when you're standing at the top of that hill, it is like you're standing on the edge of a cliff. All right. Now, here's the indoor track events. All right. Sprints, 60-meter dash. You have a 200-meter dash, which is 1 lap. 400 meters, which is 2 laps. Then we have hurdles, which is only 1 hurdle event. 60-meter hurdles. Men hurdle 42 inches. 5 42-inch hurdles. Women, 5 33-inch hurdles. And then for Juan and Laura, you get into your distance events. You have the 800 meters, which is a half a mile for 4 laps. Then you have a mile, which is 8 laps. And then you have the 3K and the 5K. And yes, you do run 3.1 miles, 25 whole laps. Juan and Laura, I'll be lap counting for you this weekend as you run those. And then also you've got the distance medley relay. There are 2 relays that you have indoors. Distance medley, where you have 4 people. The first leg is a 1,200, 6 laps. Then the 400, 2 laps. 800, 4 laps. And then 8 laps of the 1,600. And then what is always the very last event of every track meet is the 4 by 400-meter relay. And then last but not least, Olivier, I couldn't leave you out, man. We got our field events. You got long jump, triple jump, high jump, pole vault, shot put, and the weight throw. That's indoor track. Now, I will pull that back and let y'all talk about indoor track, because we're talking about the SWAC Indoor Track Championship this weekend. Now, Murph, talk about the prospects of our team this year with the SWAC Indoor Championship.
Really, we're truly feeding off of last year. Finished off last year on a good note, and I think we're picking up right where we left off. Unfortunately, we have a few injuries, as you know, like Andrew Reeves, who placed last year in both the pole vault and the multis. Last week, unfortunately, his pole cracked, so he split his hand. So he's not able to compete this the indoor. We're a little banged up in a couple areas, but we're picking right up off where that it is. And I think a lot of kids truly enjoyed the last few weeks to just work on their craft. I'm really excited about where we are.
Awesome. All right, T, it's all you, brother. Take yourself off mute.
Everybody having
Sorry,
issues
my
with
bad. Yeah, my regular microphone is not working, so I got to get back used to this. Question for all you guys. No matter who goes first. In track, what's harder, the physical training or the mental aspect of that track meet when you're at the starting line?
I can go first. I feel like the physical training, when you get to a collegiate level, it all comes together. It is still difficult, but nothing compares to the mental when it comes to actually putting the pieces together on the line, because you show up for practice 5 days a week, and then you have, for like my event, less than 60 seconds to show that everything that you've been working for. So I think that the mental part and the mental blocks can be the hardest part, but that doesn't discount the physical training, because that is still very, very difficult.
What about you, Laura?
I will say, like, yeah, the physical training, it's been harder than cross country, at least for me, like getting used to speed workouts. But like, I need to put myself in a position to be also mentally prepared for what's gonna be for at least this weekend. So I was just trying to get more confidence since last year. Like, I was running good, but not putting myself to a position to win. So I think like the mental aspect, to put yourself that you're training hard, but you actually need to put the mental thing to actually try to achieve the goal that you want, because you can train really hard, but if at the moment of the race you're just blocking yourself or like not talking the way that you should, like you're gonna just mess up the race.
What about you, gentlemen?
Practice could be hard. The physical aspect is definitely hard, especially when you're a jumper. Like triple jump is very demanding on the body. But I feel like nothing's harder than the mental aspect of jumping. It's like some people might say like that's the easiest thing, or like it doesn't take a lot to be a jumper, but like you have like the mental part of it. It's like it's very like hard. Like sometimes you can't put stuff together. You go to the meets, you're nervous down the runway. Like it's so fast, like jumping is so fast. So one minor inconvenience that you think of is gonna mess up the whole jump. So I definitely say like the mental part of jumping and being an athlete is kind of harder than the physical part.
One.
Okay, my side, I would say the preparation is way harder. At least for me, I know Leila, for example, has 60 seconds to show up, but in a race, like in distance, you have 15 laps, You can maybe fall the first quarter, but it's okay. You have time to keep going. The thing is, if in the 3 months previously to that race, you have been working excellent, even if you want to, you will do nothing in those 15 laps. So I feel the preparation, do mileage during the whole season, being working, like we're all student athletes. We have to go around a lot of things. That kind of preparation, that's the hardest. And this for me, I go to the race feeling good, feeling prepared, and actually enjoying what we're doing there. Of course, you have the pressure, of course, you have all these emotions who can go against you. But at the end of the day, when you do a good preparation, that day you feel amazing and you will be performing.
And Coach, I'll ask you this, Coach: is it harder for you to get them more mentally prepared or more physically prepared?
I think that's every athlete's different, and my goal is to meet them where they are and help them be great student athletes, and ultimately make sure they're great citizens down the road. So for me, it's a total sum, and my goal is to make sure I'm challenging them each and every day, and because it's the 22 hours away from the track that really matter for them. So I got to make sure that one, they're they feel good about what they're doing, because track is supposed to be the most fun. These kids are dealing with stresses that we've never dealt with. So I have to make sure that feel great about themselves, and I can adjust and make sure that they have confidence leaving the door, so they come back wanting to do it again. Because what we do for fun, everybody else does for punishment.
Dave, you just did the take yourself off mute. We ought to make everybody do push-ups.
Oh man, not me. So, Coach, I was going to ask. So last year, day one of the SWAC Championship, you guys had a really good day. The guys were in, if I read my information correctly, you guys, the ladies were in first place, I believe, on day one, and the men were in third place. And so everything that the athletes just said, everything you just said, talk about how important that day one momentum is having a really good start with that day one competition.
For sure. At the end of the day, there are only but so many events. There are 21 events, indoor, outdoor, and the goal is to put up points fast and often. You have to set the tone. So for our people, we have multis as well as the 3,000 going on. We have to make sure that those people, from the time they step on the bus, they have to set the tone. They have to set the tone because your roommates or your suite mates are waking up, eating breakfast, and then they open up the laptop. And it's like, oh, all right, we're in good position, and we'll be fine. But the one thing I always tell the student athletes come championship, don't block out the noise, focus. You have to have those blinders on like a horse. Just do your job, and everything will be fine at the end.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll continue on a little bit more with our tutorial. So, Coach, you talked about the multi-events. I got y'all all covered. So this is also part of the SWAC Indoor Championship. So the women, so you got the pentathlon, 5 events in the same day. 60-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, long jump, 800-meter run. And just so everybody knows, you get 30 minutes rest from the time that the last competitor finishes the previous event. So, yeah. And then the men, they have the heptathlon. They have 7 events over 2 days. So they have 4 on the first day and 3 on the second. You see on the first day, they do the 60-meter dash, long jump, shot put, high jump. And then day 2, they do the 60-meter hurdles, the pole vault, and the 1,000-meter run ends it. And points are awarded by performance on a scoring table. For the sake of time, just so you know, big performance equals bigger points. And the highest point scored over the competition wins. All right. So those are the indoor events that we have. All right. Now, here are the outdoor events. All right. Now, Layla, take the wheel. Narrate for us. Talk about the sprints.
So for the sprints, the shortest race is the 100, which is just straight down the track. And then the 200 is still a sprint, which is half of the track. And then the 400, still a sprint. You sprint the entire track from the beginning to the end.
That's your event, Layla. You got the gold in that one.
It is.
Yeah. Now talk about the hurdles too, Layla.
I'm not that skilled with the hurdles, but I know it's 3 events. The girls and the boys do the 110-meter hurdles, which is still 100, so it's just straight down the track. And then the 400-meter hurdles, that's a race right there. That's 1 lap with 10 hurdles throughout the race.
Yeah.
For boys and girls.
All right, Juan. Distance.
Okay, in distance, we have the 800 meters, quarter mile, 2 laps. Some people think it's distance. For me, I think it's still a sprint. You can't just treat it as a distance event. But yeah, then we have the 1,500 meters closer to the mile, 3 laps and 3 quarters. Then we have a race not too many people know, the steeplechase. Actually, that's the main event I do here on the Alabama A&M. The steeplechase, you have to do 7.5 laps, but you have also to jump these barriers, not the same as the hurdles. They're way bigger. You can touch them, you can step on them. The only thing is it's different. And you have the water jumps, 6 in total, because the first lap you skip it. First lap you skip the jump, but trust me, that's something you will really feel hard at the end of the race. After 7 laps, pushing, have to jump those barriers is so hard. 36 inches for men, 30 for women. Then we have the 5,000 meters, 12.5 laps. It's really hard event, really hard to prepare. and the 10K, 25 laps. I know for a lot of people, 25 laps in a track is already crazy. So doing it at the pace the athletes do it, trust me, is something incredible. You won't know it until you're there. So yeah, those distance events for track.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man. Laura, tell us about the relays.
Okay, so for the outdoor, we don't have the DMR, but we do have the 4x100 meter and the 4x4 relay.
Yes, sir. And Olivier, field events, brother.
First, we have long jump, which is just like you run, you hit the board into the sand. Triple jump, which I think is like one of the hardest events in track and field. You have to jump twice off the same leg and then one time off your other leg into the pit. We have high jump, where you set the bar at a certain height and you just have to like kind of jump over it off one leg. Pole vault, you have to take a pole, like a huge pole, and vault yourself over a bar. Shot put, you have like a big spear ball that you try to throw as far as you can. And discus is going to be like a metal disc. It's kind of heavy, and you got to just throw it as far as you can. And javelin is like a huge pointy pole. You have to throw that as far as you can too.
Yeah, and then the hammer throw, and then also you've got the multi events that are in this too. So heptathlon is for women, and then almost everybody you're familiar with, the men doing the decathlon. Those two multi-events outdoors, man, crazy stuff. Great athletes that do this type of stuff. All right. Yeah. And then you've got other things here, just a little quick. You just got outdoor tracks. They're 400-meter ovals. Most have 8 lanes, which is standard. Championship tracks have 9 lanes. Funny thing, for those that have ever been on the track, you don't realize this, all lanes are 4 feet wide. And then you see exchange zones and things like that. And this is a running track. You see how the running track is? It is down to a science. So, Layla, talk about like the stagger when you run the 400-meter dash, when you can be in lane 8 versus lane 1 and you still run the same distance.
So to make sure that everyone is running the same distance, you start at a stagger. So it's kind of like a stepping, like a staircase kind of. So if you're in lane 1, you're pretty far back from the girl that will be in lane 8. So to the naked eye, it can look as though you're running more, but you won't really catch up to lane 8 until you're around like 300 meters. So you just have to remind yourself that, okay, we're all running the same distance.
That's it. And then this is the pole vault. The high jump. Look at that. The javelin. That's the best thrower in the world from India. Shot put. Discus. That's the best in the world right there, Valerie Allman. And then the hammer. And yeah, it looks as dangerous, and it is as dangerous out there as it looks. And then the long jump. And then the 4x1. And yeah, that's the tutorial. Back to you, T.
So I got a couple of questions for everybody. My first question would be, who sets the tone at practice for the team? And my second question for everyone would be, right now we have the Winter Olympics going on. If you were a winter athlete, which event would you participate in for the Winter Olympics? We'll start with Laura first this time.
Okay, so in practice, at least for this season, we're like practicing like cross country team, track team. So I will say in the cross country side, it's not like one girl that is like leading the group. It's like everyone trying to just cheer each other and just like being supporting with the team. For the Winter Olympics, I would really love to try cross country. Like it's like a new event in the Winter Olympics, so that would be so fun to try.
Nice.
If I'm going next, it's okay. Well, I think in the practice, could you say that again? The question you say,
like,
who leads the baton?
Who's the person that sets the tone when you guys practice?
I mean, in this way, I feel it depends. It depends always because, for example, this year for me has been kind of challenging. Being a senior, I have so many classes I can't just skip. I gotta be there. So in my practice this year, I mostly have been practicing by myself. Always coach, of course, is with me, but I don't have actually that many teammates sharing my schedule. So in that way, I have to be resilient, I guess, in the way of being able to still push myself, even if it's nobody next to me pushing me. It's trust me, it's a different thing when you have a teammate going with you, pushing you in every practice. I know last year, Brevin here, a friend of mine, was here on the podcast. The guy is amazing. We have a really good relationship as a friend, and this year we actually can do that, but I think this year I had to lead a little bit and take that position, at least in my side. And about the Winter Olympics, I don't know. I mean, I really like what I see, but all of those sports I see, I feel like I won't be able to do it as good, of course, as them. But this skating or speed skating, the skating with like no artistic speed, I would love to do that. It looks
Yes,
amazing.
that looks so much fun.
So when it comes to practice, I definitely think that Coach Murphy sets the tone for practice, especially today. We had a really hard workout today. And when you come into practice and Coach Murphy is screaming and happy, you know that you are not going to be screaming and happy by the end of the workout. So I can say he sets the tone every day. He brings the energy because you need the energy during the workouts that we do. But I also think that my teammates, like the long sprint crew that I work out with, we always push each other. We show up 100% every day. So it really sets the tone every day. And if I had to do a sport, I would say ice skating. I have no rhythm or coordination, but I would figure it out.
For me, I would say my jumps coach, she definitely sets the tone at practice. She comes in every day, like she's very hard on us. Like she doesn't take anything less. Like if we mess up a drill, we're gonna do it 100 times till we get it right. Like she just has a dog mentality. She doesn't let up on us. So I feel like she definitely sets the tone at practice. If I had to do a Winter Olympic sport, I feel like I would either do snowboarding or I would do like the one where they all have to hop in like that little cart and they go down the hill or like whatever
bobsled.
they do. Bobsled.
Bobsled, yeah.
It's fun.
I'm kind of upset that nobody selected curling. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to curl.
Hey, you know, bobsled, man, listen, it's real crazy because there's a lot of former track athletes that are actually doing bobsled, serving as the brakeman and what's her name? Keisha Love. She was in the top 10 of the monobob. She actually ran track at UNLV, was an All-American. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, so even though y'all didn't ask me, but I would choose speed skating as well because I just realized watching the Olympics how fast they're like really going. I think there was a camera behind the athletes, following them around the ice, and I was like, man, they are going really fast and just hitting those curves so smooth. How they lean and their arm just flying like this as they're going by. But that's what I would anticipate. So I wanted to ask Olivier, is that how you pronounce your name?
It's Olivier.
Olivier, look at me messing it up. Sorry about that, Olivier. Yes, so you are the jump specialist, and you do the triple jump and the long jump. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So, is it difficult, like, to go from one of those jumps to the other? Because when I was in, I think 8th grade, I participated in the triple jump, and you got to start them both at the same way. But like, do you ever, like, as you're running, you're about to do the jump? Let's say if you're doing the long jump, as you're running, you're about to jump. Do you ever remember like, okay, I'm doing the long jump and not the triple jump? When you get to that mark to do the jump, because I would honestly forget, and then I end up doing another jump. So does that become difficult for you participating in those two events?
To be honest, not at all. Because with triple jump, you start 42 feet away from the pit. So you don't want to go out there and try to do long jump 42 feet away from the pit because you're not going to make it in.
Okay.
So like that's just something that never crossed my mind because it's just way too dangerous, and I'm afraid to get hurt. I'm afraid of getting hurt. So
Okay. See, those are things you probably got, because I didn't know the distance between the two jumps as far as the starting point. I just saw, you just run down the track and you just start jumping. But I guess that's something you got to keep in mind from that distance. That's a good point. I never thought
That
about
probably
that.
was your last track.
Let me tell you. So practicing, I sprained my ankle and I couldn't compete. So after that, yeah, I didn't do track again after that.
Yeah, my last time I ran track, any track event, I ran the 5,000 in the SWAC Championship my senior year in Jackson, Mississippi. They try running the 5K in Mississippi in mid-May on a Sunday afternoon.
I hope that was indoor.
Man, back.
No, outdoors.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, back when I was a few pounds lighter in my senior year in high school, I actually did the 4x1 and the 100 meter. I used to be fast, but that whole 400 meter stuff, about 210 meters, I'm done. Like it's a wrap.
So
yeah,
let me ask Juan, since we're on distance. Let me ask Juan and Laura, is there anything that goes through you guys' mind, like when you on that last lap and they ring the bell for the last lap, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when they ring that bell, what's going through your mind? Like, is it like, man, I'm glad I'm on this last lap, or man, I can't wait for this to be over? Because all those laps, that's a lot. 12 and 25 laps around the track.
I mean, at least for me, honestly, it really depends. I have been on the track days where I don't feel good, days where I feel horrible during the race. And since half of the race, you just want to stop. You just wanted to finish. You just want to make it done. Days where you feel prepared, where you are in the race. Imagine you're fighting for the medals. You're there. It's like a whole different feeling. You have the adrenaline on you. You're in a fight. You're in a fight for real, and you're not thinking about how much I have to run or if I'm tired. I'm just thinking about beat the guy who's next to me or in front of me. So I feel championship major is way more excited about it. You have all your team. You look at the crowd. It's all your team screaming for you. All the preparation you did during the months, your recovery, you have everything you need to do well. So when that last lap came, you just wanted to do the best of you can, leave all in the track. And I love the feeling of finishing. It doesn't matter the position, but finishing and say, I did everything I could. I can't even move right now. That's the feeling you gotta look for, I feel, in the race.
Oh, that's nice. What about you, Lord? You get that same feeling?
Actually, I don't really like the last lap because like you suffer a lot, but at the same time, like you're just trying to get the work done. And the last lap, it's okay, but like the last, at least for indoor, like the last 100 meters, that is like just, it takes so long. And for outdoor, the last 200 meters for me, it's like too long for me. So it's not even when you cross the lane for the last lap, it's more like when you're just getting like closer to the end and you have like a girl in front of you and you just want to pass her, but you can't. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's called med flight for me. Like, bring med flight immediately. Because if I don't make it to the emergency room now, I'm going to die.
I might give you two good ones.
Look, man, you guys took me back, Juan and Laura, with that last lap stuff. Because, man, then when you hear that bell, look, it's for me. It was before the bell. When you were coming down the straightaway before the bell and you were up near the lead and you like, man, and there's a lot of things that enter your mind. So this is where I want to go with my question for the five of you, even you, Coach, is just the whole mental process of competition. Now, Coach, I'll get to you. I'll get to you last because there's a little bit more of a, I know how the emotions go from coaching, but I'll get into that. But let's start with you, Olivier. The mental process of, let's just take it from doing your run throughs and your warm ups for long and triple. Like, what is the mental approach going from that. And even when they say Olivier up, so and so on, or when they say John is up, Olivier on deck, whatever. What's the mental approach for all situations?
Like, even from just the time warming up, where my coach is like, all right, it's time for the jumpers to warm up. Like, I'm completely nervous. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I'm already kind of freaking out. Like, but warming up, after you warm up, it gets kind of better. But to sitting on the bench, hearing the official call out the names, check everything out. A lot of stuff is just rushing through your head. It's like, oh my goodness, like, did I practice hard enough? Am I gonna do what I said I was gonna do? Like, because I feel like for a lot of jumpers, they have a number in their head, like, hey, I'm trying to go out here and jump this, I'm trying to jump that. And I feel like that's what messes people up a lot. And that's something that I tend to do a lot. Like, I'm always stuck on a number instead of stuck on trying to do what I was coached to do, which is like my technique, go out there. So definitely when they call me up on deck and stuff like that, I'm like completely nervous until I take the first step. Like, everything clears, everything's off my mind. But up until I'm on the runway, I'm doing my step back, my pre-jump routine. But as soon as I take the first step, like, everything clear. It's just the runway, the sand, and me in the air.
That's dope, man. Now, Layla, take us all from, when you get in the blocks, and I start a lot of races, and I know I see all of the movement. I see all of the try not to false start and all that kind of stuff. Take me from when they say on your marks, and then when that gun goes off, start to finish, because you run some pretty quick races.
So when I'm getting in the blocks, honestly, I think to myself, like, oh my goodness, I'm about to run another 400. And I just have to sit with that reality for a second. But when I get into the blocks, if you would ask me this like 2 years ago, I would say I would be so nervous. But when I get in the blocks now, I just remind myself, like, this is the same kind of energy that I'm about to give out that I do at practice. So it's made me less nervous. And once I have like my running plan, I'm not as nervous. But I can say, like, when the gun first goes off, you're like, okay, I'm running. Like, I'm actually running right now. So like the reality in that sprint is just fast, because you have to get in the race. And I can say when you get to the 200, you're like establishing where you are. And the last 200 is just all that you have left in the tank until you can't give no more.
That's awesome. Now let's go to our distance runners, Juan and Laura. The whole mental approach, because I know it varies whether you're running an 800 2 laps, which is pretty much like, it's like a sprint now for 2 laps, or you're running a 1500 a mile or a 5K. Like, just talk about like the approaches that you have towards certain distances. Laura, you go first.
Okay, so like for indoor, I think there is more like really strategic races, because you need to like put yourself in a good position. So sometimes I'm just like, to be honest, I just want to lead the first like 40 meters or like 50 meters. But like for outdoor, I think that you have like more time to do it, since for outdoor I run the 5K and the 10K. So it's like, if you go out fast, it don't really gonna count, because like you still have time to just get into the position. So I will say, like, I'm really nervous for indoor, just like to be in a good position for the race. But for outdoor, I think that I have more time to just put me in a position, so I will be fine.
Yeah, Juan, same question.
I think what you say was trying to approach how we approach to different distances. For example, I feel in my case, I'm not an 800-meter runner, but I can do it well. Actually, I did it last week, last race we had. I think the approach we take in this kind of races is way different. In indoor, as Laura said, so small, you can't do too many movements because you're losing energy. So you try to, go out fast, maintain a pace, close. That's basically what you do in all the events. The thing is, as shorter it is, you'll have less time, and it's more, let's say, you have less margin to do a mistake. 1500, I think, is different. I think that's one of the best events I do. You actually let's say, first half of the race, trust me, everybody's feeling fresh. Everybody's feeling good. The real race, I feel, starts right at the end when you have two laps to go. So that's kind of different. The feeling is way different. The steeplechase, for example, they're way more tactical, I feel, because as you have those obstacles, when you're approaching them in the first lap, you honestly feel like you're jogging. You feel like I should be going faster, but at the end of the race, you're going exactly or at the same pace, and you're feeling horrible. You can even move. So you really need to be good at pacing in those cases, control yourself. That's what we train for. And in this case, for example, I feel coach make an a really good work in helping us with that. You at the beginning of the race, always you talk. I mean, at least for me, talk to coach. First quarter, first two laps, you have to be here. Let's say 2 minutes, 10 seconds. So you have a plan. You go with the strategic. You go with the knowledge you have. You have been running this for years, so you gotta go following as best as you can and try to do it well.
Now, coach, I've been at some meets and I done seen Coach Murph. I done seen all the emotions. I done seen the wrinkles in the forehead. I done seen the height. I done seen it all, man. But just talk about as a coach, man, during a track meet, the emotions and the mental things that you feel.
I think we feel the emotions a bit more than the athletes sometimes because we believe that we prepare them as best to the best of our ability, and you want to do well for themselves because everything they do, they only have one opportunity. These are young people. For me, I just try to, if there's a mistake or something goes wrong, try to analyze it as quick as possible so I can give them feedback, and got to be water off a duck's back, on to the next one because they have to compete again, and this is just a sport. We want the best for them in the institution, but at the same time, we can't beat them down beyond how they feel most of the time because they train extremely hard. But we challenge them to be the best as long as they give us the effort. I think we're grayed out extremely well. These are 4 young people who've all done extremely well academically and athletically. They will all graduate with honors, and they're all of them have medals at the highest level within our conference. For a reason.
That's awesome. All right, now we get to the fun part of the show, everybody, and we get towards the end of this segment. And one of my favorite games that we haven't played in a while. This is my game called Trust It or Cuss It. All right, now I'm gonna if you haven't seen it before, I'll just explain it real quickly. All right, I have 2 scenarios that I'm gonna put up on the screen. All right. If you believe that it is the truth, you'll say trust it. And if you don't believe it's true, you'll say cuss it. All right? Everybody clear on what we're doing? and don't worry, there's no right or wrong answer, but let's just see. All right, the first one. The state of Texas produces more speedy athletes than Florida. Coach Murphy. Trust it or cuss it?
Cuss it.
Yeah.
So you think Florida got more speed than Texas?
I do.
All right. Layla?
I say cuss it because a lot of A&M track and field is from Florida. So.
All right, Olivier, let's see where you go on this.
I'm trusting it.
You said everything bigger in Texas, huh? Including speed. All right, Juan.
I cuss it. I think Texas has good guys because they have good money and they go there, but they came from Florida.
I love it, man. That's great. Laura, what you say?
I'm gonna say cuss it too. I think that Florida has more speedy athletes.
All right, now to my fellas. T, what you say, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cuss this one. I never met any man or woman from Florida that's slow at any level of my life.
Right.
Dave, what you got?
I'm going with cuss it, man.
Yeah, for me, man, if I could say trust cuss it, because there's so many fast people, but yeah, I say cuss it too. All right, next one. You are told that in order to win a gold medal in the Olympics, that you would have to give up your 5 favorite foods for 2 years. If you're going to do it, if you can do it, you say trust it. If you don't think you can do that, you say cuss it. All right, Laura, you're first. You got to take yourself off mute, Laura. There you go.
Okay. So for an Olympic medal, I definitely trust it. Like, that's no way. I'm going to trust getting all cookies, sweet treats, good food if I win an Olympic medal, for sure.
All right. Juan?
Laura had to specify.
Honestly, I feel we are already doing it. At least for me, being from Colombia, I have been here 4 years, and you have to give up of all your favorite food from home just because being here. So imagine for an Olympic medal. Of course, I will do it. Of course.
All right, Olivier.
Trust it. I do a lot of things to get an Olympic gold medal.
All right, Layla.
I trust it. It would be hard to part from my top 5, but I would do it for me.
Murph.
Oh man, I give it all up. I'll just drink water for 2 years for the medal.
Wow.
All right, Dave, would you do it?
Heck no. I love French fries too much. Cuss it.
You wouldn't give up French fries for 2 years to get Olympic glory?
No. Cuss it.
T?
Man, I would give up all that just to go work at LA at the Summer Olympics. So
look,
he just want to be in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
same for me.
Hey, amen to that, man. Hey, listen. I can give up Mike and Ike's. I can give up burgers. I can give up pizza for 2 years. And look, I may never go back and eat that stuff again after 2 years with my Olympic medal. All right. Now, this is just a random question. All right. Out of all those track and field events that I showed, this is our final question of the night. If you could add an event to track and field, what would it be? I'm going to start with you, Coach Murphy.
What would it be? For all the other people, I'll probably add race walk so everybody can get a chance.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Technically, it is in track and well, you talking about in college track?
Yeah, in college. Oh, for other than that, for the last, then I'll add a hot dog eating contest.
All right, Layla, what would you add?
I feel like I would add like an obstacle course to like a track event. Like we have hurdles, but like more of a variety during like a singular race.
I like that. That's pretty cool. All right, Olivier.
I would add 800-meter hurdles.
800-meter hurdles. Wow, man, these folk, man, you trying to really work these people, man. 2 laps around on them hurdles, man.
See who really wants it.
That would be dope.
With the same amount of space in between the hurdles, what's the space again, Wayne? Between each hurdle?
It's about 10 meters between each hurdle.
Well, 800 would be going around it twice, David.
Yeah, you go around 2 laps.
Yeah, it's 2 laps when you're doing 800. Imagine that.
Yeah, I need the space. It's between those hurdles.
All right, Juan.
Well, me be doing the steeplechase. I know we just used this big water jump for one event, and I feel it could be great having for any other event, like for maybe a longer or a shorter one version. But let's say a 1200 or a 1500 with the steeple. Something
like that.
faster.
Be a faster, a more faster steeplechase event. That would be dope. All right, Laura, what would you add?
I would like to add the team are outdoor and like a mile relay or like a distance relay. Like it could be like 3K relay or like mile relay. That would be fun to watch.
Be dope. T, what would you add to track and field?
Man, in the field portion, I would add dodgeball. And the reason I say that is because you get to see how quick people can move. You get to see the guys and gals jump, and the people that throw the shot put in the discus. You get to see how strong their arm is and accurate when that ball meets the body. So I would definitely add dodgeball.
All right, Dave.
I couldn't think of an event at first, but then Layla mentioned having some type of like obstacle course. So I would think of something like the rope climb, or if there's like a distance with the monkey bars, that'd take some endurance.
He's been watching American
Gladiators.
Yeah, American Ninja Warrior. That's what he's been watching.
So for me, I'll close this segment for me. I worked an event like this 2 summers ago, and it was one of the most amazing events that I've ever been to in the sport of track and field as an official. I worked a women's decathlon. They have women's decathlon. They have a world championship, and women do not participate in the decathlon in outdoor track and field. And in world athletics, that is. And I think that women should be able to do the decathlon. I think they should be able to have the pole vault. They pole vault already. They should have the pole vault in there. They should also have the additional running events in there, and it should be really, really cool. It was one of the amazing events I ever did. We had women that came from all over the world and participated in that. And I think that would be a dope thing to have in track and field. All right. So that brings us to the conclusion tonight with our athletes. So before you guys go, I'll give you guys the final words. We'll start with Juan. Final words ahead of this weekend in Birmingham.
Well, after a long season, a lot of work, I mean, I feel all of us feel prepared, feel good about it. It's funny, get excited about being competing this weekend. I just wanted to wish luck to all my teammates. Hopefully, we all doing well. And yeah, I hope be happy with this weekend with a medal or with a record. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, Olivier.
I'm just ready for me and all my teammates to showcase what we've been practicing all indoor season. Really, just show the SWAC who really runs it, because I feel like a lot of us are underestimated here at Alabama A&M. Just hopefully a lot of us lead with medals and records, like Juan said.
Yeah. Now to our defending 400-meter indoor champion, Layla Gaynor.
I think that the competitiveness and the confidence of the team has increased since last outdoor. So I'm very, very excited to see everyone put the pieces together and to just trust in themselves and to excel in all of our events. And I'm excited to win the 400 again and to walk away with the medal one more time.
There we go.
Yeah. Laura?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this weekend. I think that the team is been working really hard. I put myself in a position to compete for the goal. I really want to set more school records for this indoor and just have fun and enjoy the track sport.
All right. Coach Murphy, you get the last word, brother.
First and foremost, I just want to thank all the great supporters, alums, staff members, friends of the program, family who have come out to meets, whether it be in Louisville, Kentucky, whether it be in Birmingham, everybody's Vanderbilt, everybody's definitely showed up and showed great love. So I definitely want to thank them for coming out. They continue to support us. And I look forward to seeing you all this weekend. But definitely excited about the kids working really hard. And we're going to leave it all on track.
Yeah. Now, Coach, remember it. Put in your bag. Put my gear in your bag so I could take home with me.
Gotcha.
I'm seeing all this nice.
So Wayne can ship it.
I'm seeing all this great Bulldog swag. I can put it in my suitcase on the way home.
I told you the athletes got the best stuff. They need to put stuff on the bookstore website so we can wear it too.
Dave, I'm sure you got some eligibility left.
Yeah. I might have some left. You know, everybody else getting this, so I might get some too.
But yeah, best of luck to everybody this weekend. We appreciate it. I'll definitely see all four of you. I'll be back there with the clerking, so I'll be checking you in, and then I'm also the finish line guy, so I'm running all the laps and ringing that bell on them distance events. So looking forward to seeing you Bulldogs, and it's so great to have you back here on our airwaves here on From the Hill podcast. God bless y'all. Appreciate you.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you.
All right, great time, y'all.
One thing I can appreciate about the track, episodes that we do is that I learn some stuff every time. I must say. Stuff that I didn't think about or stuff I didn't know. So it's become very informative for me. So kudos to you, Wayne.
My pleasure, man. It's near and dear to my heart, and I love the sport, but I also love the fact that A&M is making advancement in that sport, man. And Coach Murphy does such a fabulous job with his group, and they turn out some really, really wonderful athletes. Yeah, really wonderful athletes. So T Gooden, man, I know, man. Hey, are you more inspired now to run or ready to get out there and get going again?
Come on, T.
Look, he on mute. He
Let's
owes
do
us
the
push-ups.
alumni version of the 400.
The
Sign me
cardio
a
that
T
I
up for
do
the alumni version of the 400.
Yeah, the cardio that I do in the morning is not on that level. I sometimes I don't believe that I was able to do that stuff that I used to do, because when I even try to do a third of that now, I'm like, what was that? Where did that energy come from when I was young? But
well, hey, they have masters. So I was just down there in Huntsville last year in July when they had the masters, and they had a 91-year-old woman up there running 100 and
no excuses.
But in all seriousness, though, it's just some great times. And, I'm going to pull back up one more time the banner so everybody can see across the bottom of the screen all of the sports events that are coming up. So once again, we said it at the top of the show. The men are playing on Thursday this week. So it's a doubleheader down there at FAMU on SWAC TV on Thursday evening. And then likewise, it'll be a doubleheader as normal there in Daytona at Bethune-Cookman on Saturday. And then the aforementioned SWAC Indoor Championship taking place down there in Birmingham at the Crossplex gets started Saturday morning and concludes on Sunday afternoon. You can see the entire Sunday afternoon or Sunday finals portion on SWAC TV. Mo Carter will be in the house. He will be the commentator for it. So, and if you're in the Birmingham area, I'm going to tell you, man, that place is rocking on Sunday. It's loud and people come out. It is an awesome event. So if you want to come on out, man, just come on out. It's fun. Softball home game tomorrow at noon. Get in the house, man, if you can. Baseball headed to New Orleans. All that good stuff happening coming up with Bulldog Athletics, man. Ready to see some championships won.
Got a packed
weekend. We ready.
Hey, yeah. And unfortunately, not nothing, anything we can do about it. YouTube is down, like everywhere. So, like YouTube is totally down. So for the people that are watching on Facebook,
oh wow, really?
Yeah, YouTube is like that.
About all the Facebook comments that was popping up.
Yeah, like YouTube is down. So it's not just us. It's like it's down now. Yeah. So.
Well, okay.
That's why we do more than one platform.
Yeah. And also this recording is up. So, yep. Right. So this recording is up. So, it'll be here. But in all seriousness though, I'm just really, really happy, man. Just really, really happy for just things that are taking place, man. I just gotta say, man, here publicly, for those that don't know about man, he just got selected. In fact, man, you tell everybody your best news, man. This is awesome.
Oh Lord. Just recently, I was selected to be one of the newly board of directors for Happy Health. I have my orientation this week, and I have my first board meeting this month. So I'm very excited to give back in the community that way. Just something that I went through a long process for. I'm very happy to do that. So thank you. I appreciate that, Wayne.
Yeah, man. Anytime. And congrats again, man. That's an awesome thing. So great night tonight. We just like to just say thank you to once again to Coach Murphy, Andrew Murphy, Layla Gaynor, Laura Avila, Olivia John, and Juan Osorio for joining us tonight for this special track episode. And shout out to Jay the Great, Corey Williams, and DT. And man, shout out to you, Dave, always here. And then T Gooden, man. I'm Wild Wayne Cartwright. Next Tuesday, we will be back because y'all know what's coming up. It's that game against the team from down the road.
That's cool. We don't talk about.
Yeah. Right. So we gonna talk about that next week. But for now, hope everybody stays well, stay safe, and we will see you next week, Tuesday. Thank you. Good night.